Good morning. It's Monday morning. We're out reasonably early. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. It's a bright, sunny morning. It's quite chilly though. It's only about 10 degrees. And it looks like it's going to be quite a sunny day. So I'm hoping that the sun, although it's not hugely strong, might just raise the temperature by a few degrees. Got the girls, Maisie and Molly. Have a good sniff around a post or a stump. I think other dogs must... Look, see my shadow. There's me holding my camera. Well, my iPhone. So, let's go for a walk. So there's a bit of a round walk. I'm up at Deer Leap, which is quite close to Ashurst in the New Forest. And you can either stay on these sort of tracks that are like gravel tracks, or you can go into the enclosure. And the enclosure is on the right hand side, and there's a couple of entrances, a couple of gates. I think I'm going to do a round walk on the tracks. Although I do need to move over because look, there's a car coming. So girls, come over here. Maisie, Molly, come. Molly, come. Come over here. Come here. Come here. So let's just wait here a moment while this goes past and see my shadow. Girls, you just wait a minute while these go past, yeah? Rattle, rattle. So those guys must have a key to the gate because the car park stops at a locked gate that allows you on access to this area. So I can imagine they've got a key. So let's carry on. Let him drive on because that's the way we're going. And he's quite noisy and annoying. Rattle, rattle. So, come on then, girls. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's basically a round walk that we're going to do. It takes about an hour, so I think you'll join me for a little part of it, and then probably get a bit boring for you. But look at that weather, look at that sun. It's slight, you can see the dew, can't you really? And lots of, actually I can't see many. They used to call them fairy hammocks when you saw little spiders' webs that sort of glinted because they had the sort of morning dew on them. I think fairy hammocks is quite a nice name. Works for me. Do you know, I might walk on the grass. It's less crunchy. There we go. Plus, I've not got my wellies on this morning because I couldn't be bothered. Because it makes my legs too warm and it's not cold enough for wellies just yet. And if I'm staying on the path, it shouldn't be too wet. That's the idea anyway. Where's the girls? There they go. Molly is carrying a rather large stick. Maisie found it earlier. And Molly picked it up because that's the way they like to do it. There's a crow off to the right. Up there somewhere. Where are you, Mr. Crow? Blue sky. Very pretty. Come on, let's keep walking. So my plan today is, after a walk, go home. Probably have to dry them off or get some of the mud off because they're bound to find some. Gonna have some toast for breakfast. Then I'm gonna go out in the garden. I've got an appointment this afternoon to have my hair cut. Whoopee. It's exciting, isn't it, my life? But I think I'm gonna do some gardening because although I've not got much grass in the lawn because, well, those two to start with, and unfortunately Labrador bitch wee, well, just bitches wee mainly, girl wee or whatever you want to call it, tends to kill grass. It's quite a high nitrate. Is it nitrate, I think, or something? Nitrogen or something. Basically, it burns it. It sort of grows really rapidly for a few days and then dies. So I've not got much grass left, mostly mud. But the old tuff does need cutting. This looks a mess. Just thought I'd keep quiet for a few seconds there because it's quite peaceful, isn't it? Hopefully this isn't too shaky. You enjoying yourselves? Hey, Maze, where's your stick? Stick? It's there. Comes Molly. Come on then, pick your stick up, let's go. Come on. So yeah, I have my haircut this afternoon. And then I've got to work out what to have for dinner. I think I know actually, got some stuff in the fridge. I could have toast this morning with my crabapple jelly on. Got 7 jars of the stuff. Quite a lot of toast that really, isn't it? Sorry, I just filmed Maisie having a wee. Never mind. As long as it's not me having a wee, you don't want to see that. Eeh. Anyway, shall I pause the video there and you can join me again in a few moments when we've walked a bit further. I love the way that this path has obviously been used for like probably centuries actually. And oh look, there's some horses coming down the bottom. This might be interesting. So yeah, so like I said, this path's sort of eroded over the years. And there's a herd of New Forest ponies, so sometimes they can be a bit in a group, a bit spiky, but they might be okay actually. Let's see where they're coming. Are they going to go up here? Maisie, come! They're coming this way, so let's go up here and keep out of their way. No, they're coming up this way. Maisie, Molly, come! Come on, this way. Over this way. Mole! Morning, Mole. Good girls. Come on, this way. Maisie. There we go. You see how their tails are cut? They're cut at sort of different lengths, so part of the tail's one length and the other part of the tail's another length. That indicates who actually owns them, because every pony is actually owned by someone. Now, the Labradors have disappeared because there's water down here. So let's go down and see where they are. You can hear them splashing around. Oh, my thumb does not get in the way. Okay, oh, here we come. So these two dogs, they're pretty good around horses. You know, they won't necessarily go and interfere with a horse or go and say hello or anything. But if a horse comes up to them, they might sort of interact slightly. Which is sort of okay, but what I don't want to happen is a horse to get spooked and kick out. Because the dogs wouldn't understand that. They can really kick and they can probably do quite a bit of damage to a Labrador. So I've always taught my dogs to sort of give horses a bit of a wide berth, really, and they're really good. And so far, no interactions properly. Look at these two. You're all right. So, a bit of a dirty ditch here. It runs under the path. They're going to go back in again. I can guarantee it. There we go. Splish, splash, splosh. See, what you don't want, if you walk your dogs in the forest, as much as you can try to avoid horses, it's really quite difficult because it's their, thank you very much, it's their home too. So you've really got to sort of teach your dog that they're not a threat, they're not a problem, you can just ignore them. And that's what I think I've managed to do with these two. Because also, you could put on the lead around them, but it's a bit of a faff trying to call them back and put on the lead, and Might as well just teach them to ignore horses, which they're pretty good really. Although a herd coming towards you did obviously make Maisie and Molly think, this is different. There's a constant, you might not be able to hear this on the camera, but there's a constant rumble of traffic noise in the background. I suspect it's the M27. We're not that far from here. Or it could be the Marchwood bypass, or just general throbbing of Southampton. What a view. So we're coming up to a bridge that goes over the railway line, which is the main Weymouth to Waterloo line. And as it goes through a bit of a foresty bit just here, there's a pedestrian crossing about a mile away from here. And the trains always have to hoot their horns when coming up to it, just to sort of signal the fact that they're there. And I've always told the dogs it's elephants, because it sounds like an elephant in the woods when it goes. I don't think elephants actually make that noise, but never mind, they don't know that. They've never met an elephant. Come to that, nor have I. Come on, you two. So we'll get across the bridge, and then we'll go from there. Not many people out today. The car park had about a dozen cars. But this sort of area I'm in now is so vast that you could lose people quite nicely, which is good. Because sometimes me and the two dogs is just enough, really. And some few horses. And there is a chap in the far distance with the dog, but you can't quite see that on the camera. But he's off to the left. Trying to remember what I had for dinner last night. It was really nice. I probably made too much of it. But I can't remember what I had. It's really annoying me. I had some fried potatoes, some homemade fresh tomato sauce, like a thick pasta sauce without the pasta. What meat did I have? Did I have any meat? Must have done. Oh yes, I had chicken. Well, there's a gate there, so that gate leads into the enclosure. Often we go around there, but not today. Yeah, so I did a Mary Berry recipe. Ooh, I can hear someone jogging. Well, I think actually they sneezed. We'll come through this gate, we'll go around. Now they're going around, you can't see them, but they're in there. You can see me though. So yeah, I had a Mary Berry recipe last night. It's really nice. It's a chicken breast, although you probably could do it with thighs, which would be nicer and more moist. You get chicken breast and sort of flatten it slightly. Then you fry off some red peppers that have been cut into very fine strips. When they've been fried and nice and soft and let cool, you add that to some goat's cheese and stir that round. So it's like a cheesy, peppery paste. Then some onion marmalade, which is a company called Stokes make this onion marmalade, which is like marmalade but made onions, really. So chuck some of that in. Here comes a train. Can you hear this? Now, we may hear, there we go, that's the elephants. Yeah, where was I? So yeah, stir your onion marmalade in, so you become this sort of cheesy, peppery, oniony, marmalade-y paste, and slather that on top of the chicken breast. Then you get some breadcrumbs. I actually use panko breadcrumbs because they're nice and crunchy. And sort of sprinkle a few of those on. Then I use some smoked paprika, little tiny bit of that on top, and then wang it in the oven for about half an hour. And it's so nice. Because you cook it so it's just cooked, because you don't want a chicken breast to overcook because it dries out. And you get this sort of gorgeous, sort of really quite dry, cheesy, smoky flavour. Because obviously goat's cheese has that sort of dry texture. It's most peculiar, but it's lovely. And the sweetness of the onion marmalade and a hint of smokiness from the paprika. So you had that last night with some potatoes. I was going to have another veg, but I couldn't be bothered in the end. So this is the bridge that goes over the railway line of the train, which you just heard a minute ago. You can't actually see the railway tracks very well. Where's the dogs? Come on. And I can hear some rattling going on, so I wonder if that truck that passed us earlier is down here doing something. There's the railway line down there. Can you see that? Probably just through those ferns. Let me lift you up. There we go. So, across the bridge. Come on, dogs. Molly, come on. What's she doing? Come on, this way. So it really is a plethora of animals today. There's New Forest cows. Where's the dogs gone? Maisie, Molly, come! Come on, girls, this way. Maisie, this way. Come on. She doesn't want to be interrupted by you. Of the train. Uh-oh, more water down here. Anyway, there you go. Just met another dog walker with a boy dog on a lead. I don't know what sort of dog it was. You know, I'm really bad at dogs that look a bit like bull mastiffs, but they're probably not. And it was on the lead, so I called my two because, you know, code says that if another dog's on a lead, you should probably put yours on a lead as well, just in case. Not always. And I said, is he all right? He said, oh yeah, he's fine. He's just a knob. That's quite funny. Basically, he likes to lunge at other dogs. He doesn't want to do anything other than play, but sometimes it can be, he's quite a big dog and can be a bit frightening. So we just walked past. He lunged at Molly, inevitably. Molly froze and went upside down on the back, going, oh, don't know what to do. He pulled Molly away and Mace just walked straight past. He said, yeah, you go, look, told you he's a knob. That's quite funny, really. So, look at the view. Pretty, isn't it? It always is in the sun. Everything looks better in the sun. Wasn't that a slogan for that newspaper once? It might have been. Well, they're enjoying themselves. There's that elephant again. It's coming back. Can you see from here? Let's have a look. No, you can't. See those trees in the distance. You can hear the train. Oh, look. Labradors having some cow pat. Makes a change. Come on, you've had your breakfast. It's really annoying when I keep seeing myself in shot. The trouble is the sun is falling that particular way. What are they doing? They're having the time of their lives, that's what they're doing. Oh, to be a Labrador. I'd love to be a Labrador. I'd swap places with one of those easily. Come on! Molly! Stop eating the horse poo. Thank you. Right, come on. There's more water down here, so that'll be another joy for them. Nice and peaceful. Apart from the panting of Labradors, the jangling of their discs on their collars, the odd bird and train, the general noise of the motorway in Southampton in the distance, the wind rustling in the trees, the odd cow moo. It's actually quite noisy, really, isn't it? Where's Maisie? We lost her. She's a disappearing act, is she? No, they're over there. Come on, you two. Right, we're going to go through here. So we're about halfway around the walk at this point. It's a nice walk. Like I say, it's about an hour, depending on how fast you walk. And I'm not taking my time. Well, I am taking my time, that's not true. I'm not hurrying myself, is what I was trying to say. Yes, it's hard life being a Labrador. Come on, you two. Let's get out in the sun and dry yourselves off. This way. But Dad, there's more water down this side of the bridge. There's some signs up here. Probably says beware. Forestry work in progress. Forestry England do like their signs. They just sometimes point out the bloody obvious. And the trouble is, like some road signs, even after the actual work has happened, they're left there. And then you think, well, it doesn't mean anything now, does it? I always think signs should put up when they're needed and then take it down the second they're not. Otherwise there's no confidence that actually that sign's actually saying anything. What does this one say? Danger. Forestry work. Follow all signs and instructions. Probably because they've just... I think they've replaced the balustrades or those bits, both sides. And they've put a piece of plywood on the bridge itself. Well, that's good. Is that quite strong? Nice and strong. Well done, Forestry England. Perhaps check the sign away now. I can't see any other work at all. Anyway, there we go. Come on. Lots of horses in the distance. I can see 8 horses. Oh, and right in the very, very distance, you can't quite see that, but I can, is the guy who drove past in the Land Cruiser thing with the trailer. So I think he's got... Are they cows over there? Yes, they're cows, so maybe he's picking up the cows. Come on, Labradors. It's about halfway now. Here comes a train. There goes a train. Here's a very muddy puddle. And someone's son kind of got a breeze block in the middle of. Right, come on, up here. No, you don't need to walk up there. Come on, this way. Under the railway arch. Look at that view. Apart from the mud, ignore the mud. No mud there, move on. Okay. Guess what, there's more water up here. May hear some splashing in a minute. Let's go under the railway arch, the bridge. The acoustic will change. So it's really echoey. Oh, I love that sound, listen to that. There we go, just kicking my foot against the ground. And suddenly, it changes again. I love sound. Takes you places. Video does too, obviously. But I'm not sure it'll catch on. Right, where's the Labradors? Over to the left. Probably found some water, all they found. Come on, this way. Maisie, Molly, come. Hello, darling. Come on. Oh, put your stick, have you? Good. Oh, look. Go on then, if you don't want to. Let's go in the water, Dad. Want to go? Go on then, in you go. Go on. I don't mind. Why don't you go down that side? Look. Don't drop my phone. Because that'd be really annoying. Because it's about 2 foot deep. Oh, Molly. Honestly. Just launches herself off. Right, come on. Let's go out on the sun and warm ourselves up again. Come on, dogs. A bit windy through here. Probably hear that on microphones. You probably can't hear me. I said you probably can't hear me. Let's get out in the sun because I'm cold. Oh look, crab apples. Lots of crab apples. Should have come here. Damn. Gosh, there's so many here. Wow. I wonder why the New Forest ponies? They're things dressed up as horses. The New Forest ponies haven't sort of adapted to eat them. Or perhaps they have. Or perhaps they have a few and get a dodgy tummy. Who knows? I think New Forest phony sounds much more fun, doesn't it? Hey, I'm a New Forest phony. You can just call me Phony or Forest. Forest Gump. I'm a New Forest Phony Gump. Shut up, Chris. So this bit of the walk is a bit different. It's a bit more heathy. Lots of heather, an awful lot of heather, as you can see. Very pretty though. Number 1, and in the distance number 2. Sometimes wish I had a Labrador's nose. All the different scents and smells and perfumes and stuff must drive you crazy. Oh, new smell, shall I follow that one? Oh, another new smell, shall I follow that one? Oh, another new smell. Which one shall I follow? I'll do them all. Molly has so much energy. And in 1 week's time, she'll be at the vet's. Thinking, what have I done? And she gets the giblets cut out. Poor girl. So 10 days of uncomfortableness and wearing a onesie. And then it'll all be fine. Maisie was. She got over it quite quickly, actually. Bit sorry for herself the first couple of days, but the painkillers helped. Or are they? They're coming. Come on, Labradors. So we're about 3/4 of the way round. Well, that sounded a bit depressing then, didn't it? Try that again. So we're about 3/4 of the way round. That's better. And I could really do with a cup of coffee. So I'm hoping that they've built a little coffee shop just around the corner. Every time I go past, I say, "Where's the coffee shop?" Sadly, there's no one to hear that, but one day miracles happen apparently. So I've been told. Where are they now? In the distance. Come on! There's a stick there, and they want me to say stick, and I can't be bothered. Now, where's the stick? Oh, it's pathetic, isn't it? God, dear God. Now what are they doing? Come on, bring the stick, bozo. And now the stick comes. I say stick, with the size of it. Come on. Come on. Happy? She's a real playful mood, Molly is. Look at her. She really wants to play. We've just been walking for about 50 minutes, now she wants to play. I think the reason why, we met a dog and its walkers about 5 minutes ago, and it was, oh, here we go, it was a dog of some description. I'm really bad at dog breeds unless they're Labradors and obvious things like beagles and stuff and golden retrievers. So it was some sort of thin type thing on a lead, a bit fluffy in places, and I sort of stopped and went to put my two on the lead, and the owner shouted, "Oh, don't need to, absolutely fine," which was quite posh. It was very funny, actually. I sort of walked past the dogs and they said hello, and she said, "We just put him on the lead because it's deer territory." I'm thinking the whole forest deer territory. Why that specific bit, I do not know. But there you go. And ever since there, because obviously Molly made a fuss of the dog, as she always does. She's been a bit wired. But we're nearly at the end of the journey. The car is just through the trees up ahead. So, I hope you've enjoyed the walk. It's been a bit windy. You probably are struggling to hear me right now. And I hope the rest of your day goes well. And I will speak to you soon. Take care.